Well, the fourth and final preseason game of the year presented an opportunity for the Lions players on the bubble to make the case as to why they should be on the final 53-man roster. But as far as we can tell, none of the players made a real standout performance that would have separated them and made a tough decision for the staff coming up on Tuesday. Even head coach Dan Campbell told us afterwards he's going to have to go back and look at the tape before making any kind of decision.
I don't disagree with anything else. Really was very glaring in a positive manner, if you will.
Of course, the question everyone wants to know the answer to at this point: will the Lions keep 2 or 3 quarterbacks on the roster? It appears Kyle Allen has locked up that backup role. He's had a great preseason, even led a touchdown drive early today. But as for Hendon Hooker, it's been quite the opposite preseason. He's been plagued by turnovers, had another one today, as he has more questions than answers at this point in his development.
How much development do you believe there is? All right, because look, we're talking about Hooker right now, okay? So how much development do you believe there still is? You know, sometimes does the player need to change the scenery? What about our own depth in other areas? I mentioned this the other day. Relative to that, all right, maybe there's room to grow. Okay, well, is that worth it for the depth that we need at O-line, D-line, receiver, DB? And so those are all things you got to weigh.
You know, just trying to make those plays and trying to fit things in tight windows or try to force the ball. You know, it's a letdown, especially knowing what I can do.
Now, one player we haven't been able to talk enough about has been rookie wide receiver Isaac Tesla. He continues to impress throughout this preseason and brought in his 3rd touchdown catch, as it looks like he's going to be fighting for some real minutes this regular season.
I would say if you took most receivers, he'd be in the upper echelon of those as far as development, because it's not easy to develop as a receiver in this league and be ready to go. And I think there's a place for him to help us early in this season.
So the Lions will have until Tuesday to cut the roster down to 53 men. Campbell told us afterwards that it's never an easy time of year getting the roster down to that amount after those guys spent so much time in training camp, but he did say they should be proud of the work that they put out. Inside Ford Field, I'm Alex Crescenti, 7 News Detroit.
Thank you so much for joining